sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Tirico with Greg Olsen. We are ready for one final tune-up before the regular season begins. Off we go from Lumen Field. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
These preseason games, Mike, they could be a little bit tricky because on one hand, you want to protect your starters. You want to make sure you go into week one of the regular season as healthy and as prepared as possible. But for a lot of the guys on this roster, especially these backup quarterbacks, this is a great opportunity not only to prove your worth in the NFL, but these are a lot of valuable opportunities and reps that don't necessarily come once the regular season gets kicked off.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
On the ground, it is the rookie from Wisconsin. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
2nd and 10. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Nick. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former star at Alabama. It's Jalen Milroe at quarterback.
There's so much conversation around the NFL, Mike, about the importance of these preseason games. And while the final score certainly doesn't matter, there is the evaluation of your roster, your personnel. You can't replicate these live reps and simulate them in practice. So these are your moments. Go out, play fast, play confident. Build those reps that you need so when the regular season comes around, you're ready.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On 2nd down, here's Milroe. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll throw. It's Nix. They'll look to set up the screen here. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that could be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
On the return, here comes Gibson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. And Greg, after this one, it counts for real. Final preseason game. So what's the feeling like around the team in the locker room when you get to this point, the end of the preseason?
I think the biggest emotion is probably relief. I think especially for some of the older guys, Mike, it's did you get through healthy? Is your body right? And are you mentally ready for what's going to be a very long, turbulent, up and down? There's going to be a lot of good moments. There's going to be some bad moments. Are you physically and mentally ready for what an NFL season is going to be like? And I think that's what every guy in that locker room is asking themselves, taking inventory of their own checklist. So get through training camp, get through the dog days of camp, and get into a routine, get into the regular season practice schedule, and inevitably get to what matters the most, which is the games.
A big play to kick off this drive. That gains an even 60 yards.
First and 10 at the 20.
Okay, ready? Set up. Cowboy 80. Ready, ready?
RPO and a quick hit to Smith-Njigba. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Off the play fake, here's Milroe. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. After incompletion. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and goal at the 5.
Throwing is Milroe. He's in. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. The extra point is up and through as the Seahawks move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. This one intercepted. Picked off by Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Play action. It's Milroe. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Eagles. 60.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. What can they do here? This is third and forever.
70 Lions. Ready.
From the gun, it's Milroe. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they've got it with fourth down coming up.
Hey. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
He'll try and throw for it with Milroe. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
And the Seahawks, first down.
Here we go. Set. Go.
First and 10 at the
On play action, Milroe. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he'll get into the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver who had only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The
Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Boye Mafe getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive. Second down, Nix. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket. When you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
This one complete to Sutton. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down. First and 10 now from the 36. Going back in the backfield. They'll get the carry here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that way, and quickly another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Nix from the gun on third down. He'll get this out to his running back. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, and they are going to set up from the 7-yard line.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive with a touchdown.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Leads to second and goal. On the Seahawks 7-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. DeMarcus Lawrence gets in there for the sack, and now it's third and goal. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Seattle after this. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Throwing. Nix. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. His kick is good. And the Broncos cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Back to throw is Nix. He's going to tuck it in, and he's in! Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The PAT, up and good. And the Broncos are back within 4. It is 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Corey Horton now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Left go.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 18 on that one. First down, Seattle. Now Milroe. Right, Smith and Jigba has it. He's to the 15. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5.
It's a gain of 50. That's another Seahawks first down.
Walker. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Okay, break.
A little closer. Here's second and goal.
Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
One more time with Walker. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
An extra point attempt to follow. It's up and good. And the Seahawks are out to a 21-10 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. That's caught. It's the tight end Ingram. Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7. At the 38.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Now he'll run. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Seahawks scoop it up. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Now for the point after. Add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. The Broncos offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Oh, huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80.
Throwing now, Milroe on first down. Rolling right. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At the 36-yard line.
70 Rangers. Get it.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So, halftime here out west, and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Tight, 19 tight. Let's go.
They'll go play action with Milroe. First down throw there is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now it's Milroe. And on third down, the ball incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
The Broncos offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll step, carry the ball loosely, and it is out.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Seahawks scoop it up.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your ball. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Come on. Hit. Like it.
They go play action now with Milroe. And that is caught on the right side. But it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
Hold it ready.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It is 3rd and 10.
19 Tiger.
Milroe. He's got a man. That's McMillan. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. From the 1-yard line. First down and goal.
First and goal.
Travel up.
Here's Walker. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. extra point. Up and good. And the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start out first down and 10. Heading out of bounds after a pickup of 3. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 6.
Now second and 6.
They'll throw. It's Nix. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. To throw is Nix. Got a man at Sherfield. He's getting brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. The Seahawks offense and quarterback Jalen Milroe making their way back out there. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
And they'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And third down coming up.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up third and 2.
Try and run it with Walker. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
Play action. It's Milroe. Headed left. Find time. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up third down. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. They'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. Throwing is Nix. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Here's Nix to throw. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. Going up top. That's caught. He gets free. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 91 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Broncos are able to cut into the deficit.
Broncos 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They look to be on their way to a second win in 3 tries here in the preseason, and they'll begin here with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Moving to his right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
First and 10.
First one of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
This one caught by DJ Chark. And he will go all the way. DJ Chark, touchdown Seattle. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Around a shotgun, it's Stidham. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
19 charge.
A gain of 12.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. They can try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up second.
Throwing is Stidham. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good. Broncos 1st down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
A gain of 37.
Here's Stidham on 1st and 10. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Throwing is Stidham. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Now Stidham. He'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8. This is the 8th play of this drive. And it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Stidham. This one is feet in bounds. Yes! Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. Now, the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You had no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The throw on first down is Darnold. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Another one with Charbonnet. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. The second down throw is incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Fourth down.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Stidham to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. Here's Stidham. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On play action, here's Darnold. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those to try to generate a little bit of a spark.
On the run to the right. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 24 on that one. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no limit. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are able to extend the lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Stidham to throw on 2nd down. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight, they continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw it, Stidham. He takes off. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Stidham. He'll look deep. Left sideline. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Pat Bryant, the target there. And 3rd down coming up. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
So it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Broncos are able to edge a bit closer. Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They finish the preseason on an up note.